Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. No question about it. Topping the list tonight, the Vols just took home the win, beating Florida State in Omaha in just the last few minutes. Tennessee now heading to the College World Series Finals. Tennessee scored 3 in the first and never looked back as they beat Florida State 7-2. Let's check in. Sports Director Reese Van Haften in Omaha with the Volunteers. He's been there the entire time. He joins us now with more on this huge win for Tennessee. Reese.
Hey, Bo, we just missed it, but Xander Sechrist came flying by. He had to go to the locker room to do interviews. He's obviously going to be on the podium because he had a magical 6.1 innings pitched, which tied a career high in length, and he had 3 strikeouts, only giving up 2 earned runs in this game. He ran over and hugged some family members before he dipped out to go to the post game. We'll obviously hear from him later. He had a great performance. Now they just need to win 2 more games, and they bring home their first national title in program history. They will face the winner between Texas A&M and Florida, who will start here in about an hour. But a magical moment for Tennessee today. So many fans lining up and watching that. We can only imagine how many more people will be here on Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday. But Tennessee in the final. I can only imagine what it's like back in Knoxville. That's where Casey K is at Yeehaw Brewing Company. Casey, what was the crowd like out there?
Hey, thanks, Reese. Before we get to that crowd, I'll count up the years for you. I believe it is 73 years since the Vols have found themselves in that College World Series final. And, well, the men's baseball College World Series just got a little bit more legendary for Vol baseball as they secured their spot. And while they were making it happen in Omaha, back here in Knoxville, fans were standing by, erupting in excitement, grateful to watch a moment in history go down for this Tennessee baseball program. Best part about it is it's far from over. There's still going to be much more time to create those monumental moments as Tennessee goes through this College World Series final. And I'm going to break it down for you. In the bottom of the 9th, as each out was handed to Florida State, the fans got a little bit more loud, a little bit more cheers coming from the crowd here at Yeehaw Brewing Company. Tennessee, after each out, they got a little louder. Cheers that were finished out with the loudest of the day. A catch by Dean Curley finished up this ball game and gave fans back here in Knoxville a day to remember, proving that whether you're there on college baseball's biggest stage or you're here at a watch party watching it go down from a distance in Omaha, it is still a very special day to be a Tennessee Vol, with much more days yet to come in Omaha. Reporting in Knoxville, I'm Casey K.
All right, Casey and Reese, thanks to the both of you. Just looked it up, by the way, 1951, as you heard them mention, the last time Tennessee was playing for a national title in baseball. Average price of gas, 27 cents. For a gallon. All right, let's get back up to date on what's going on right now to talk about the forecast. It is baseball weather. Let's head it over to Margot Schuler right now for more from the Storm Center.
Yeah, Bo, it is baseball weather. Actually saw probably a UT fan run across Market Square in excitement after the ending of that game, and hopefully all of you are excited. We are continuing to see our heat streak here in East Tennessee, which pretty much brings it a little bit down. I know it has been very hot for a lot of us, and we're continuing to see those conditions. Temperatures right now sitting in the low to mid 80s. We're sitting at 83 here in Knoxville, 87 in Maryville, 84 in Tellico Plains, 81 in Kingston, 85 in Middlesboro, and 88 in Gatlinburg. Our comfort cast not any better. We're still sitting on that sticky to muggy range, and earlier this afternoon we were seeing some tropical air in the area, so it has made it very warm outside, even though our temperatures have remained close to average in the upper 80s. Usually for this time of year we're sitting closer to 87 degrees. Heading on into tomorrow, we continue again to see that heat streak sitting in the low 90s, feeling closer towards the mid 90s for the majority of us. So have those sunglasses, have that water bottle, and make sure you're staying as cool as possible. We do expect to see things changing as we head towards the end of the weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in my full forecast.
All right, we will check back with you here in a little bit. Margo, thank you. Our next big story comes with a look inside a shooting and standoff. Blount County Sheriff's Office releasing body cam and dash cam video from that gun battle a week ago in Rockford. Here behind me, what you're seeing here is you can see how deputies took cover behind their cruiser with bullets flying from across the street. The video out tonight also captured really a revealing sound in the form of a warning from dispatch about what the deputies are facing at the home on Jacob Springs Road.
329, 376, be advised that mail just called back in. States if you guys enter the household. Stated if you guys enter the household, you're going out in a blaze of glory.
You know, for a while, the deputies were protected from the shower of bullets by their cruiser, but eventually Deputy Edward Walker is hit. His partner, Corbin Smith, covers him while Walker puts on a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. Then Deputy Smith takes a bullet.
Dude, tourniquet.
Myself and 76 hit. We need to get out of here.
At this point, other deputies are sent in to replace both injured deputies so that they can escape. And after about an hour, deputies were finally able to take Ronald Millsaps into custody. Both deputies survived the ordeal. Millsaps did as well. Millsaps faces charges including attempted homicide, aggravated kidnapping, and more. Of course, we'll keep following his case as it moves through the court system. Next on the Big 7 for you tonight, Morristown police have now charged a woman after a shooting that happened earlier this week. 35-year-old Brittany Nicely is being held to Hamlin County Jail, charged with second-degree murder. Now, according to Morristown police, officers were dispatched to the High Street Apartments complex on Monday and found 56-year-old Richard Wilburn dead from a gunshot wound. That investigation, by the way, still ongoing. Next, new developments in an incident from earlier in the month. Charges pending after a crash involving a motorcycle killed one person and injured two others, again, earlier this month. THP has now released the crash report. We're told 50-year-old Tracy Howes and 51-year-old Jeffrey Howes were riding a motorcycle eastbound on C.H. Rankin Road. That's when a Dodge Journey driven by 23-year-old Piper Harberman apparently tried to turn left into a driveway, hitting the motorcycle in the process. The Howes were both thrown from the motorcycle. Sadly, Jeffrey Howes died from his injuries. We're told charges are now pending against Harberman. Next on our list for you tonight, officials are looking into a fire that happened last night in Greene County, killing a man and a dog. This happened yesterday at a trailer on Lobo Loop Road. This was around 6:15 p.m. When crews got to the scene, a neighbor reportedly told first responders that someone could still be inside the burning home. Inside the home, firefighters discovered the bodies of a man and a dog. The victim has been identified as 31-year-old William Arrowwood, who lived in the home. We're told his body has been sent now for an autopsy. Fire officials and the TBI still investigating the cause of this blaze. Next, we head to Loudoun County tonight, and it's our final Big 7 story. Lenore City proposing a ban of sorts on the construction of new apartment complexes within the city limits. This coming after numerous complexes were already approved and some still have not yet been built. Now, this measure was first proposed on June 10th at the City Council meeting. The moratorium would last 1 year in hopes current projects will begin. However, City Council will have the option to cancel the moratorium at any time within that year or could even extend it. Mayor Tony Aiken says this will not impact certain projects.
City Council realized that there was an influx, if you will, of apartments, and they wanted to put the brakes on it. There's been several hundred approved. The moratorium doesn't affect those folks. However, you know, even though they're approved, they're not necessarily going to be built right away. So.
Now, we need to point out a second reading of the proposed moratorium. It's going to take place this coming Monday, June 24th.